Hello, this is Magic the Interviewsening, where we quest for ancient secrets and trade secrets, and your #1 source for Magic Interviewsening. I'm Ruben Bressler, and I'm here with notable Zangief doppelganger, Brad Nelson. Brad, thank you for joining me today.
Glad to be here.
Talk to me about Team SCG Blue.
We're just a couple people from SCG that work around here, and we decided to start playtesting together. I left Channel Fireball. Jerry just does his own thing every single Pro Tour anyway, and a couple people were just, looking for a good team. They usually just tested with themselves or another person or just use Moto, and you can't really use Moto for Pro Tours, so it's just like this flawed system of like grinding PTQs, not having a test team, and then not doing well at the Pro Tour. So Jerry and I just wanted to take a bunch of these people and start working with them and get them to the level that we know they're going to be at. So, I mean, that's pretty much who it is. Like every single season, we're going to have different people showing up, and it's just going to be great. I feel like a dad sometimes with SCG, and it feels great.
Let's run down your bona fides for the folks at home. You have 2 Pro Tour top 8s in San Juan and Amsterdam. You have 5 Grand Prix top 8s, including a win in Washington, D.C. in 2010. You were also one of 12 players invited to play in the 2010 Magic Online World Championships, and you represented the Magic Online community in the 2010 Magic Online Community Cup. That same year, you became the first non-Japanese player to win Player of the Year since Gabe Nassif in 2004, and the first American since Bob Marr in 2000. Then, after 2010, no, just one second.
It's a few pages back.
You started writing for Star City Games. How's that going?
It's great. I have a paycheck again. Feels good. 2011, didn't really bring in much income. But, I mean, you did miss Grand Prix Minneapolis.
You're one of the self-proclaimed captains of Team SCG Blue. Does this entail some responsibilities, or is this just a vanity title?
It's babysitting.
Babysitting? That's all? It's not, you don't have any responsibilities really? Because you're calling yourselves captains, you're not just babysitters, Oh, I'm the captain. Climb aboard, soldier. We're going to battle.
I never took that name. I think a couple people might have given it to me, but
I'm gonna enter battle as the captain.
No, I would never hold a sword.
You have a long and impressive list of wins, including a win over Kai Bood in the top 8 of Pro Tour Amsterdam, which made you only the 3rd player in history to defeat the German juggernaut in the top 8 of a Pro Tour. Yet you've never top 8'd a Star City Games Open. Are you afraid of the pressure?
It builds. I got to a win in it. I played Star City Pro Todd Anderson, and I just crumbled. I just made infinite play mistakes. And I don't know.
It seems like a lot more pressure than playing in the top 8 of a Pro Tour against a Hall of Famer.
It is.
When you're sitting across from Todd Anderson.
I don't know if you know this, but Todd does not lose his win-and-ins in Legacy unless he draws.
Delver of Secrets is one of the most popular cards in Standard, Modern, and Legacy. If you could, what would you transform into?
A bear.
A bear?
A bear.
Why?
I don't know, they're big, scary, and hairy.
Do you consider yourself a bear?
I don't want to answer that.
If you couldn't play Blue-White Delver at the Invitational, what would you play?
I would play Frights.
Frights?
Yeah.
Why?
You get to do a lot of fun things. All your cards have flashback, and at the end of the day, you get an Elishnorn. And she is big.
When you're playing Delver, what sideboard card do you least want to play against?
I just win with Delver.
Or are you just afraid of nothing when you're playing with Delver?
Nothing.
Fair enough. What do you think are the top 3 decks in Legacy?
Griselbrand Show and Tell, Griselbrand Hypergenesis, Griselbrand Reanimator.
Speaking of Griselbrand, in your opinion, do you think Griselbrand is worth banning in Legacy?
Yes. Very
Why?
easy. It's just too powerful. Like, there's too many ways to cheat creatures into play. Once it's in play, you get to protect it with Force of Will. Like, it's a very broken ability to have on a life-linking monster. Like, it's a Sphinx of the Still Wind, and it draws you cards. Like, it's just way too good for the format.
What's your opinion of the Invitational?
It's by far the best tournament series to play in, and it's not even close. Like, you get to go to these tournaments that are in America and not in like Europe. I'd like to go to Japan. I don't like Europe, but you get to go to these tournaments that have a huge prize purse. It seems like every other tournament, Pete is making worth more money. Now it's up to $15,000 for first, and the field is not filled with every single good player in the world, which is a huge advantage to win, and it just makes it the highest EV tournament there is.
What's the most fun deck you've ever played?
Cobblade.
Okay, why?
Because you get to play Batterskull on turn 3, and no one could ever beat the deck, and the mirror matches were pretty entertaining. Like, once Batterskull came out, the mirror matches were really lopsided, but like before that, it was just a very easy matchup to win, and you beat everything else. It was just like free magic.
Which is your favorite recent zombie and why? Gravecrawler, Geralf's Messenger, or Whitney Houston?
I'll take Whitney Houston.
Any particular reason?
She sings.
She can't sing anymore.
She's probably still better than Geralf's Messenger.
Okay, fair enough. You recently lost a bet to Jerry Thompson, the result of which is you got a Chohawk. Now that you've channeled your inner Cho-Chi, do you think that you can finally break through and top 8 the Invitational?
No, I'd probably play worse.
Really?
Yeah. If I'm channeling my Cho, yeah.
I mean, he's got more Star City Games top 8s than you.
He does, doesn't he?
He's also got a better Pro Tour top 8 percentage. He's
No.
1 for 1.
Oh, that's true. Okay. Yeah, it's still, I'd probably do
Okay,
worse.
fair enough. Which would you rather be? The best player to never top 8 a Pro Tour of all time, or the worst player of the year of all time?
Oh, you mean Owen?
Ah, so not Owen. I
Not
see.
Owen.
Okay, good answer.
Yeah.
And finally, what is your favorite move when fighting Ryu?
The Hurricane, obviously.
Fair enough. Brad, thank you for once again appearing on a non-top 8 camera with us today.
You're welcome.